Next on the agenda is Ray McMillin. So let's give it up for comedian and writer Ray McMillin.
Hello, I'm the token liberal cuck. So I want to get something right out the gate. I'm here to talk about identity politics. I'm not here to talk about left or right. Several of the people outside and I have shared many joints together. And I'm afraid that if what happens after me speaking in front of everyone today, that none of them will be letting that happen again. And I'm also afraid that people under this roof will hear what I'm about to say and disagree with me. I'm hoping it will happen, and I'm hoping people will nod their head. I'm hoping more viewpoints will grow to the stage, and I'm hoping there will be some civil disagreement. So is that all right with everyone?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I'm going to look at my phone once. It's a term we hear about called identity politics. Are you familiar with this? Okay, we're going to go to Wikipedia. We're not going to go to CNN or Fox News. Identity politics refers to a tendency of people sharing a particular racial, religious, ethnic, social, or cultural identity to form exclusive political alliances instead of engaging in traditional politics. So I'm here to prove that identity politics is neither. If your skin color, if your gender, if your country determines you, that is not an identity. And the fact that I am white, the fact that I'm male, the fact that I may or may not be gay, depending on who's here tonight, none of that matters to my belief systems. The former speaker came up here and talked about how guns are pro-choice, and goddamn it, they are. But I got to do an argument with a friend of mine on Facebook when she says, hands off my body because of abortion. I go, well, what about your property? What about the rest of you? What happens if you have a gun and you can stop that? Well, that sounds like alt-right Nazi hate speech. And there it is. There's the word that we can take and put any good idea into. 5 + 5 is 10. Who said it? Trump. Well, then it can't be 10. The person on the other side, if Donald Trump, I don't like that guy, by the way. I voted for Jill Stein because I eat acid and I like women. But Donald Trump could cure cancer tomorrow. Every one of those kids outside would be smoking cigarettes in protest. I am dead serious. Now here's what I'm here to talk about, is the concept I learned. I am a leftist. I am a leftist by 1995 definitions. I believe in you own your body. You're allowed to do whatever you want with it. Your land is your land, my land is my land. Stay the hell off of my crotch, I'll stay the hell off of yours. And what you do with your crotch and what I do with my crotch and my wallet has nothing to do with each other. Amen. Those beliefs today place me just right of Hitler. The fact that I want my gun-toting, weed-smoking gay friends to be able to get married is now labeled as something that only Hitler would say. This is a fantastic clown world time to be alive, ain't it? Honk, motherfucking honk. I'm sorry for the children in the world, but if you honk loud enough, the Salem Library gives you a platform. So I'm here to talk not just to the folks outside. I'm here to address Patriot Prayer. I'm here to address Alex Elkin, anyone that identifies as a group. When you have a thing called intersectionalism, and here's how intersectionalism works, think of an actual intersection. I'm going to use my friend Kareem here. I'm going to token you out because you're there, you're black, you've got a mustache and a hat, okay? So if my intersection is being white, being autistic, and being balding, your intersection is being black, I'm guessing maybe Republican, and having a hat. If we let so many picture an intersection. Picture an intersection. Kareem has 3 roads. I have 4 roads. Well, what about religion? What about my background? What about my income? Now we have 900 frickin' roads all trying to get through the same intersection. And at the end of the day, we're not fringe groups. I'm Ray McMillin. You're Jane Dunn. I don't know if your name's Jane. I didn't want to assume you're Jane, but point is, once we take into account all of these different groups we belong to, whether or not it is nationalism, whether or not it's anti-fascism, you lose your identity. I do not align with anybody within a square mile politically, and I am proud of that fact. And I hope that no one else in here does too. Because ideas, thank you, ideas are unique. If I'm forced to remove my label as a white guy or a straight guy or a gay guy, and you're forced to label as a black guy, then our ideas compete. And the reason we're being protested, not me, I don't know, I'm probably being protested for wearing this, but it clashes. But the reason some people are getting protested, so they say you're an alt-right Nazi, you belong to this group, you're a Proud Boy, you must believe Nazis off. I'm sorry, I don't recall seeing the Third Reich outside the Salem Library. I don't recall seeing those ideals. I do look outside. I see thought control. I see people bootlicking the government's speech restrictions. I see people that are disenfranchised groups calling for guns to be removed. There is nothing liberal out there. There's nothing conservative in here. I'm all about new stuff. I smoke DMT because I heard about it on a podcast, almost died. I'm not conservative. But what I am doing is I'm standing in front of a room full of people who I'm going to go ahead and roll a 10-sided D&D dice that one, only 3 of you know what that is. And 2, that we're probably not going to all get along. I watch this gentleman's videos, I curse you out, and then I go, God, what a great point. That is engagement. If I wanted to have someone agree with me and to suck me off mentally, me and Alex Elton would just go talk about fat comedians from Portland all night long, and then we could have our own circles. That's not what we're here to do. So now I'm going to address the people in the room instead of people outside the room. And I might get beat up for saying this. I agree with a lot of people's ideas. I do not agree that group membership, with the exception of parents, needs any kind of applause. Parents deserve applause, because you guys, look what you're doing. That was pandering. I might have kids I'm not taking care of. You're taking care of 4. Those 2 and the 2 protesters that yelled at you on their way in. All right, so aside from parenting, which creates new people, my belief system shouldn't matter. I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-gun. I'm anti-abortion, and I'm anti-murder. I believe this is a great country, and I believe it's a great country because I have a right to tell everyone in this room to fuck off. And I'm sorry if I had to say it like that, but that is the point of this. There should be disagreement here. I wish those kids would come in here and stand on this stage and have folks listen, and I wish that you would get back up here and have them listen. Take off their Hello Kitty masks. Put down their homemade squirt guns. Now I'm here addressing Proud Boys, right wing. I will say one thing to you. I'm not part of your group. Here's how I ended up becoming on your poster. I have constantly believed in free speech. I've constantly believed in body autonomy. I've constantly believed in being proud of where the hell you are. In 1990, that made me a gay liberal. Today, it makes me Nazi. I'm not going to change my stance on free speech, regardless of what group you put me in. End of story. If I share the stage with Proud Boys and drag queens, I am proud to be up there with both of them. Now, a Proud Boy drag queen show might be a few years away. Might have to dial that one back. I will be the first person to buy tickets. Now, I'll leave you with this. If you're wondering who the hell I am, what I do, I edit a publication. I edit a publication called Exotic. Go ahead and call my boss. He's right here. Now, Exotic is a strip club magazine. People are supposed to open this magazine and see pictures of naked ladies and read jokes like Playboy used to have. For the last 5 years, Exotic magazine has been the only home for writers that get told by the Mercury this is hate speech. Writers that get told by the Lamb Week this is hate speech. Left, right, black, gay, straight, everything. And I want you to know that the only publication in town is the strip club publication. That's where we've gotten with ideas. I'm dead serious. I get writers. I had one guy, a cop, write in about, can I please publish this in your magazine? So there's a giant diatribe about how this officer is a human being next to an ad for Sylvia's Playhouse open 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. We are putting good ideas into the fringes of society, and everyone in this room would get along with people out there. I hate to be all kumbaya and shit. Everyone agrees in body autonomy. Everyone agrees we should be able to smoke weed, marry someone of the same sex, carry a gun, and go talk at Casey Okupi's thing because he invited you on Facebook and every single one of your friends deleted you when they found out you were on the flyer. So, here today to disagree. I'm here today to say, you know what, let's disagree, let's talk about ideas, but your identity is not you. What you put on the census box should not be there in the first place. You and I, we all share a lot more in common. Except I don't know how I could parent. Like, I seriously don't know how I can do that. He's changing the diaper and listening. I am easily distracted. So I will leave you with this. I went down the YouTube rabbit hole. I found people like Mr. Reagan. I found people at ContraPoints. And I said, I want to be challenged. This thing up here is a muscle. This thing you got in your skull is a muscle. Everybody, Antifa, Proud Boys, you, parents, well, parents don't have time. But everybody else needs to exercise this goddamn thing before it falls off. Thank you very much.
That was awesome. I want to give it up again for Ray McMillin.